up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, and today I'm going to be talking about Star Wars Resistance. Now, coming from last episode, that was my longest review of Star Wars Resistance ever. This one's going to be a bit shorter, because unlike the last episode, Kaz is not the main character in this episode. The main character in this episode is Synara, and her actions are what's driving this plot. I've noticed that I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but I was less irritated through this episode than most episodes. And I've noticed it's because the less that Kaz, the main character of this show, is in the episode, the easier it is to, not zone out or fall asleep while watching this. You lose less brain cells watching it when Kaz is not the center of attention. Now, this episode starts out with the First Order, and the First Order, I'm using Ivan Ortega's technique when he talks about the First Order. I don't do as great of an accent as him. But so, First Order are talking to the pirates. Pirates are like, yo, we want more money. We're losing a lot of men and ships every single time we go and try to attack this barge. You need to pay us more to do this. First Order, and it's the Gold Stormtrooper, who I call Goldie. So Goldie's just like, you have to go on a way more intense mission, so that way we will pay you more. And if you do this really intense mission, and you get something from Captain Doza. They don't say what it is yet. Take that in mind. Think about that. It's going to be important later. They don't know what they're going to do yet. All they know is that Goldie wants them to go do something and take something away from Captain Doza that means a lot to him, that's going to compel him to ask the First Order for help. Think about that. They don't know what it is yet. And so then the pirates are like, well, we want triple the amount of money. Goldie's like, all right, done. Do it. So then pirate leader calls up Synara. Synara's at work, sees a salvager, and she gets her phone call. She goes and hides. She takes the call, and he's like, Synara, more pirates are coming tonight, and you have to let them in, and you have to go let them into the big tower where Doza is, and that's your mission for tonight. And she's just like, what the heck are you talking about? I don't have the codes to get up there. That's dangerous. Are you crazy? And he's just like, oh, Synara, all this logic you're throwing at me, you've gone soft. And that's me paraphrasing, by the way. He's like, you look at these people like they're your friends. And then she's just like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Who shows up? Oh my goodness, I'm so surprised it's Kaz. So Kaz shows up and he's like, what's up, Synara? I need some parts. And she's just like, oh, okay, alright. And I think I just mixed that up. That happens later on, so scratch that. It's not Kaz. She runs into Kaz at the bar. So she goes to the bar, and she sees Kaz, Tam, and Tora playing darts. Now think about this. Kaz and Tam are supposed to be mechanics working. Apparently it's their night off or their day off, whatever is going on. They don't do any work in this show. Think about that real fast. And so they're all playing darts with Tora. And Tora, as we know, the audience, that is Doza's daughter. So they're playing darts. Synara's just kind of chilling. And then Tora's just like, okay, well, we all played this game. Let's go back to my place. I have this new video game that's awesome. And Synara's just like, okay, bye, guys. And then Kaz is like, no, come with us. And Synara's like, are you sure? Am I allowed up into the tower? And then Tora comes up. She's like, yeah, of course. You're my friend. You come with me. And so they go up to the tower, and they go into Tora's room. And they start playing this video game. And they're just chilling. They're just talking about all the security. Synara's just like, dang, like, there's a lot of droids. And Tora's like, as she's playing the game, and it's a shooting game where you have to shoot these, like, floating virtual reality little balls. Kind of like the one that Luke had to do with Obi-Wan where they blocked his eyes. But anyway, so Tora's shooting, and she's like, oh, yeah, there's so many pirate attacks that my dad has more security. And Synara's just like, yeah, your dad really needs to up the security. Like, I would up the security if I was him, because, Synara knows what's going on. And you can tell Synara kind of feels guilty being in this situation because she knows that they're going to plan to break in later that night. And so then they all go. So far, Tora's winning. She's shot 3 of the balls. Tam goes, shoots 2. Then they're like, all right, Synara, it's your turn. And the everyone there likes Sonara. Sonara's not a bad character. She's not. Out of all of these characters, Sonara is the only one that has anything interesting about her going for her. So then Sonara goes up and she's talking to them and just like, and she gets all of them. She beats the game. And they're like, oh my gosh, you're so good at this. You shot every single one. What happens when Kaz comes up? Misses every single one and looks like an idiot. Usual Kaz. Again, Kaz is like a side character. This is the type of character that Kaz is. It doesn't work for him being the main character of the show. He doesn't do anything intelligent. He's an idiot. He's the dumb side character. The only time a character like this works as a main character is in shows like The Office. You can look at Michael Scott. Michael Scott, half the time, 95% of the time, is a complete idiot, and he's funny, and The Office is a comedy, and it works for that show. Michael has like a few moments of brilliance, and that's it. This is Star Wars. This is not The Office. Characters like that, if you're going to have them in there, if you need them to be in there, have them as a random side character, because they don't help the plot, and it just doesn't make sense. So then they're all leaving. They're like, okay. And Sonara, she's getting the call. So she's like, all right, I got to go. I'm working the late shift tonight, guys. And so all of them go. And as they're leaving, Torch is like, yeah, come visit anytime. You guys are my friends. And they're just like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, if you ever want to come visit me, just use my code to get in. Oh, my goodness. How freaking convenient. I get it. I mean, I feel like if you wanted to do that, you would just, call. I guess, I don't know if phone numbers exist, but you have little transmitters. Why don't you guys just contact each other on your own private frequencies? And if you want your friends to come in, or if they want to visit you, call and come over first. You don't give all these people that you've known for only a few episodes the code to the tower where all the top secret stuff is. That's just being the daughter of the head of this facility. You would know that. But again, logic out the window. And I get it. She's a little bit naive. Not everyone is super intelligent in this universe, apparently. I'm exhausted from this. Moving on. Sonara goes. She knows what she's got to do. Cut over to Kaz and Tam. And Tam's just like talking to Neeku, and she's like, oh, let's go down to the marketplace. Yeager might be there, and if we run into him, he might buy us dinner. Are you coming, Kaz? Kaz, no, I'm gonna go get some more parts I need, even though you haven't worked on anything this entire freaking episode. And they're just like, you want to go see Sonara? And he's like, no, guys, I really have extra, I need more parts. They're like, sure. And all of us are just like, sure, you just like Sonara. But you're not going to say you like Sonara. You're going to be concerned about her because, oh my gosh, it's like a crime against humanity if a boy has a crush on a girl in this universe now because of all the stupid identity politics they have in it. But anyway, not once are we know that he likes her. It's blatantly obvious, but they're never going to allow him to have that. They're never going to let that happen because in this universe, they have to have the guys so dumbed down, which is their version of saying, okay, look at how smarter women are. It's like, yeah, I know I'm smart. I don't need to have an idiot next to me to make myself feel smarter. No, if you have two very intelligent people having an intelligent conversation, and yeah, you can have, witty banter. If you ever watch a TV show, Frasier, but oh no, of course you won't, because it's about the two main characters are men. How horrible. But if you want to see, two people, have a battle of wits, that's a great show to watch. I mean, I love Frasier in itself. That's a great show. But you want to see intelligent conversations? I mean, go watch Star Trek. Go watch Star Trek The Next Generation if you want to see a battle of intelligence. You don't go and find the stupidest character alive, or write the stupidest character alive, have all the women around you, except for Tora, be complete geniuses, and just have to, I would rather have a well-written character. It baffles me. I don't understand it. And that's why the show is horrible. Anyway, moving on with the plot. So Sonara's there, she's letting the people in, and they're just like, oh my gosh, you left us in there for so long. And it's this cool alien chick. She's got like a mohawk, but it's like just spikes coming out. She's pretty cool. It's like an interesting design. I liked it. Her skin's like white. She's got like black tattoos. like I said, it's an interesting design. And then, there's another pirate dude, and they're just complaining because they were, I guess, locked up in there too long. And then they're sneaking to the tower. And guess who's there? Guess who comes up? Oh my gosh, it's Kaz, and he hides behind a box. And he's like, Sonara might be in trouble, BB-8. And then he watches as she's telling him, like, okay, we have to be quick and stealthy about this. And so he follows them. He's following these dangerous pirates with weapons through the hallways. And then the pirates stop because they're like, we're used to dodging security, so when we have instincts that somebody's following us, we usually follow up on it. So the dude turns around and he's just like, somebody's following us. And the new girl's just like, yeah, I have that sense too. And then what happens? Kaz is hiding behind a corner. Guys, I kid you not, this actually freaking happens. BB-8 rolls over his foot. You would think that BB-8 has sensors for what's going on around him. That's why he doesn't run into things. That's why he doesn't fall over. That's why he doesn't run into walls. But no, BB-8 rolls over Kaz's foot. And again, I kid you not, he does the little Mickey. Woo-hoo! That was his yelp. He does the Mickey. Woo-hoo! It happens. The pirates hear it, and they don't do anything about it. They just keep going. They go to the tower. I'm just like, what? You had a feeling somebody was following you. You stopped. You hear him, and you keep going? Logic, out the window, down the street. So then we cut to them, and they're climbing up grappling hooks on a station that everyone has windows, that everyone on that side of the ship that's, parallel can see these three people climbing up these grappling hooks and going to the door. And then Sonara goes and she punches in the code. And then they go in and she's just like, okay, well, what are you guys grabbing up here? And they're just like, we're getting Doza's most prized possession, his little girl. And now that Sonara's hung out with Tora and they're friends, of course, the door shuts and she's on the other side, and now she feels remorse because she let the pirates in. She let her colleagues in to go steal Tora. So then she goes and she runs into Kaz in the hallway that they were just in, and she's like, Kaz, we have to go. Tora's in trouble. So then they go. Pirates go up. Tora's in her room. She's playing her little video game. Her little weird dog alien thing starts barking, and it looks like it's a circle, and it's got this weird pug-like face with bird feet. That's the design for her dog. Anyway, she's playing the game, not noticing that an intruder opened her door, that her dog is barking like crazy, and then she looks up and is like, ah! Oh yeah, stop, I forgot something. That's how bad this show is. It makes me lose my train of thought. Like 5 minutes before this, she went up to her dad's office, and dad was, Skyping with Goldie, and Goldie's just like, you need us to protect you. And the dad was just like, oh, no, I don't. I'm fine. I have the aces. Goldie's like, well, you cannot always rely on pilots to protect you. And Tora walks in like, Dad, you gotta meet my new friend Sonara. She's so good at this video game. And then Dad tells her, go away, Tora. I'm talking. Oh, this is really important. I'll talk to you later. And Goldie turns around and looks at her and just like. And so this happened, but remember how I told you earlier that they wanted something from Doza that was important, that was precious to him? And the pirates are there going to go kidnap her. Not once does it show the First Order communicate to the pirates about Doza's daughter. Not once. Not once do you see them communicate, and you assume that the First Order know that they are going to kidnap the daughter because Goldie sees her. But not once does it show the First Order communicating with the pirates to tell them, hey, he has a daughter. No, all of a sudden they just know. Just when they get there, they don't give any explanation to it. The audience just assumes, but not once in the show do they give any explanation to why the pirates know that she's there. Anyway, so pirates take her. They take her. They're running out to their ships. Kaz goes and runs to his ship. Sonara, she gets on the little call that's at Yeager's place, the little phone thing. She calls them and she's like, oh, this is, she doesn't want to say who she is. She's like, this is from Yeager's Repairs. Tora's in trouble. So then everyone knows Tora's in trouble. So Kaz is the first one on the scene. He gets his ship. He flies after her. All the aces are getting on their ships and they're flying after her. Kaz, of course, is in the front. So they're on these little speeders, but they're over the water, so they're water speeders. Then they go off. They get another ship, go off to the side. Then that other little ship is going to go meet up with the pirate ship. Guys, I kid you not. I kid you freaking not. The pirate ship is a spaceship with pirate sails on it. And apparently it has smoke machines. Because it's clear, there is no storms on this planet. It is perfectly clear. The entire rest of the fight scene is perfectly clear ocean at night. Then all of a sudden, this big ring of smoke comes. And there's a pirate ship emerging. And we know that this pirate ship travels through outer space. And apparently, sails, actual ship sails are on this pirate ship. It is, I mean, it's like they watched Treasure Planet, the Disney Treasure Planet, and they're like, oh, we had designs that we didn't use. Let's put this together and let's say it's Star Wars. Okay. You can look at smugglers like Han Solo. Do you see sails on his ship? No, you do not see sails on Star Wars ships. I mean, the closest one I can think of is, I think, Padme's in Attack of the Clones, where it's those ones that help you slow down as you come out of light speed and enter the planet's atmosphere. That's the closest, but this isn't that. No, guys, it's actual sails from a freaking sailboat that are attached to the ship. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, you have this ginormous ship that flies through outer space, that flies over the ocean. You do not need sails on it. It's logic out the window. Moving on. Let's continue with this plot. So then Kaz is there. He's watching. The smoke machines are going all crazy, making it all big smoke and everything. And out of the smoke emerges the First Order's spaceship. And what happens? Kaz's like, oh no, the First Order. They're in league with the First Order. Then the pirates have Tora, and they're going up to Tora, and then the First Order gets there, and they're just like, the pirates are like, we have Doza's daughter. And then the First Order, and it's Cherry, which I nicknamed for the Red Stormtrooper. His nickname is Cherry. Cherry comes up and he's like, good. Boom, 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 boom. And he shoots them all. And then he takes Tora and he's just like, we're here to rescue you and return you to your father. And so she's like, okay. And so Tora goes with them. And so the First Order shoots the pirates and then they leave. And then they go back to the barge and they deliver Tora. And Kaz is just like, huh? That's weird. Kaz goes back and follows him. And then Doza calls back the aces. And all the aces go back. And then they give Tora back to Doza. And Doza's like, thank you for returning my daughter. And then the First Order's like, oh, no thanks are needed. We always surveillance this system because we know about the pirate attacks. And because of the pirate attacks, we are always monitoring all of these Outer Rim systems. My superior has allowed me to give you a small security. I'm missing the word. Give you some security troopers, a small little squadron to protect you. Now do you see how useful we can be? Would you like us to, sign that thing and, and they're just like, no, I still don't want the First Order's help. And Cherry's just like, are you sure? We will be awaiting for you to change your mind. And they leave. And so now they're stormtroopers chilling with Doza. And then Tora's just like, oh. And of course they're going to find out that it was Tora's. You would think logically that they're going to look to see whose code let in the pirates. But I don't know because I haven't seen the next episode yet. And so Kaz goes back and he's just like, wow, I wonder what's going on with Synara. And so then Kaz goes to check to see if Synara's alright. Because for some reason, she's not at Yeager's place anymore. She's back to where she's working. She calls her pirate boss and is just like, what happened? What's going on? And he's just like, the First Order betrayed us. And then she has to hang up on it because Kaz is there. And Kaz overheard some of the conversation. And he was just like, oh, I came to see you earlier to get some parts, but you weren't here. And she's like, oh, yeah, I was helping some customers on a salvage mission for parts. And then he's just like, oh, okay. And then he's walking away with BB-8. And yeah, Kaz is an idiot. I'll give this one to him for figuring that out since he saw everything. I mean, you could be as stupid as Dirt. Actually, Dirt's not stupid. Dirt has no consciousness. You can be stupid as Kaz. As freaking Kaz. But, I mean, I'll still give him credit for putting 2 and 2 together since he saw her with the pirates and then he saw her talking to the pirate chief. And he's like, yeah, BB-8, I know. As they're walking away from her, he's like, either she's a pirate or he puts it together. She's a pirate or she's working with the pirates. And episode is over. Freedom. So, guys, that was like, I had to watch that episode a few times because I kept zoning off because I was just like, this is just not interesting. They try to make it interesting, but it's just not. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and make sure that you click that little bell so you get notifications when I post new videos or do new live streams. So, everyone, have a great rest of your day. And may the Force be with you because we are really going to need it.